No, Bill Noonan back, who must strengthen them. In fact, you know, I reckon I ought to call the stewards in.
Well, this is the game between St George and South Sydney. Alan Clarkson was up there. It resulted in a... What was the score there? It's 22-14. Yeah.
But it was pretty dicey, even up to the finish, Rex. I would say that St George are probably causing Harry Bath some sleepless nights lately. The previous week they beat Canterbury 20-12. Then they came out in this game against South Sydney, who have got a lot of young players in their side. And about 15 minutes from the finish, they're only ahead by a point, which indicate. Oh, of course, and great credit to South. They really came back and they fire. They just don't give in. That team. They don't know the word defeat.
But now, this is the side that we've deduced by a process of elimination that Greg Pearce fears more than any other team in the competition.
Yes, but I think they've all got to have early nights and think about the game a little bit before they can be classified as a premiership.
Are you suggesting they're playing up at night?
No, now I just want to explore that. Now, Alan, what do you know that we don't know? What's this they've got to have early nights business?
Well, I think all athletes must have early nights and plenty of rest if they're going to
perform at their
best.
Do you have some evidence to suppose that the St George players are misbehaving?
No, I'm not
What's
saying
an early night?
St
What
George.
time?
Oh, 1 o'clock or something like that.
That's early.
Anyhow, South led about 7-0 early and 9-5 at half-time. And when Craig Young didn't come back on for the second half, it looked as if they could have been in quite a bit of trouble. But Reddy slipped into second gear. He'd been in, first gear for most of the first half. And within 3 minutes, he'd made a beautiful run down the sideline, kicked over the top, passed to Brennan, who went through and scored.
The first of two, wasn't it?
The first of two, that's right. He scored the last one, which sealed the game for them. And they needed it desperately because, as I said, 15 minutes from the end, when Peake scored a try, which he seems to do with great regularity out there at South, 2 yesterday, of course, St George led only 15-14, and there are a lot of problems for them.
Yeah, but aren't they good problems, Alan? They're all playing badly, but they keep notching up 2 points every week.
That's not every week.
Who was this South Sydney fullback? No, he was a youngster I'd never heard of.
Oh, yeah, Chris Ross.
Ross.
Yeah, now he came from the under-23s and he played in the state under-18s, I think it was.
Well, he's a very good footballer.
He is a good little footballer. But he's back in the back in the under-23s yesterday.
I wish he'd been up there yesterday. Grant kicked 7 goals and a field goal for 15 points yesterday.
Well, there was criticism here last week.
Jones, I mean, Grant Jones.
was going to play, wasn't he?
Yes.
So they said, who's Ross?
Yeah.
Who's Ross?
Chris who, but they've got so much talent out there. Although they didn't go as well in this particular game, they're prop forwards. They're probably one of the toughest positions to find now, or good players are prop forwards, I'd say. And South have got 2 young fellas there now who've got years ahead of them and a lot of talent, I think.
Well, the significant thing about the St George performance, again, is Stephen Edge is back in the side.
Yes.
He's winning the scrums, and this try that he ultimately scored is a very good example of the switching of play, the direction of play, and the use that the St George players make of their forwards. And you'll see Edge backing up on the inside. Johnson's screaming up, wanting the ball, but it goes right, and Edge manages to get a try. Now, from the cellar, this bloke's back in the